CTUSAB, in its continual promotion of the interests of the members of the protective services and nurses, is cognizant of the role of the members of the police, prison, and fire services as first responders to any situation and more situations within this country. We are concerned about their exposure to risk, hazards, and the threats involved in their jobs. Based on the nature of jobs, CTUSAB is of the view that they deserve special treatment. And some people may ask, what makes them different? And I've said it over and over again. These are the guardians of our society. Police, fire, prison, and nurses, and I dare go as far as doctors. And we need to look at these people as special agents to this country, in this country. Consistent with the thinking that the time is right to undertake a review of their conditions of service, the hope is expressed that the newly elected government of Barbados will give serious consideration to the CTUSAB policy proposal for the establishment of flexible and early retirement framework for the protective services and the health services of Barbados. It must be communicated that the Protective Services Group has echoed its full support for the establishment of a flexible and early retirement framework. There is the expectation that the newly elected government will be receptive to supporting the introduction of a personal accident insurance policy, which provides coverage for all members of the protective services, and in particular ensures coverage for members of staff who are driving police, fire, and prison vehicles. As it relates to the management of the protective services, the call is being made on government to place the responsibility for the protective services under one single ministry and one minister. And that is something, we are talking now after the fact, but this is something that we have seen where police was formed under a different ministry, and mostly under the Attorney General's ministry, fire and prison under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And we've seen during the course of last year where CTUSAB have made proposals to government, and rather than deal with the set and in terms of allowances and so on, rather than deal with the set as protective services, we saw where there was a separation, where police would have gotten, and I'm not speaking against singling out. I'm just using this as an example, where police would have gotten benefits. You would have heard the AG mention the benefits for certain ranks within the police service. And this is what we're talking about. All right. Years ago, when there was a concern or when changes within these protective services happened, it was trickled down to all services, and we're not having that now. Our protective services, in its wisdom, has saw this and made it a concern, and they're very concerned as to why now more than and not following what was existed before.